Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the basics. My name is Basically, and on episode 2 here we're going to be discussing picks and bans. Now you probably have seen a picks and bans video helping you get over that little difficult challenge through a professional, and SPL level. But the big difference between the SPL level and your ranked games is that there's a huge difference in skill. No offense, but normally you won't see the high quality communication and high quality picks and bans that you'll see in your normal ranked game, and that's just something you kind of have to get used to. So picks and bans are normally the most complex part, or most I guess fearful part for a new player to get over in ranked. And so this is just to help you guys understand what it's like from the perspective of a actual ranked game, what it's going to be like. Now this was the picks and bans from my plat ranked games, so you can see me over here in the bottom left. Hello. And basically going over bans, it's just Uller, Artio, Daji, Kukulin. These are four of the probably highest ranked gods right now. They're probably all S tier in most players' books. They are very high quality picks and bans, and normally you just want to get them out of the way if you don't want to pick them first and or second, third, depending on where you are. So my team did have the first pick, and we decided to grab an Ao Kuang. Spyro, great guy, great jungler. He was very comfortable picking up the Ao Kuang since it was not banned. It is also a high value pick, but it is normally not seen as high as Uller, Artio, and the others that have also been picked up, mainly because of he is actually kind of difficult to play. You kind of do have to practice him, and normally in ranked people are like, oh, they don't practice it. So normally that gets left unbanned, and he was able to pick it up here. And we switch over to the Chaos side. We see the Agni first pick lock in. Now, if you know Maddie, he is a little full of himself, so he's not normally going to be asking if anyone wants a pick first. So he does get the comfort pick of the Agni first. Agni, of course, being a generally average balanced god, nothing too good to that counters him, nothing that he necessarily super counters, and it's a safe pick, definitely a safe pick. As we see, they get a chalk locked in for their second pick. Now, it does have the ranked does have the unfortunate circumstance in that the order of your picks might be a little weird. Because nobody really wants to trade, so they get a mid first and a solo second. Normally that does get left for the later half to counter pick, but if the solo main is the second elo, that's a bit unfortunate, and sometimes you just have to roll with it. So he does pick a chalk, super safe pick, has a large amount of clear, safe clear, has a great silencing ult, and has his own heal. The heal, of course, countering the Ao Kuang execute. It is amazing in my opinion. I definitely love that matchup with a jungle that can easily focus the solo lane to grab someone who can heal as much as Chalk can. As we see Vamana and Amus and Cobb picked up on the order side. Vamana, of course, being a huge comfort pick, it's not really seen too often professional play, mainly because he can't extort anything. You know, Bologna has a huge ability to go invade early, the bludgeon being a huge amount of damage. Vamana can't really do that, but what he can do is be a extremely safe pick. Of course, not knowing the jungler is a bit of a deficit for our team on picking our solo laner, so Vamana is a hugely safe pick. You can one out of any bad situation you find yourself in. He has great damage in his 3 and 2, and an amazing slow, and his ult, similar to Chalk's 3, can heal a huge amount, also giving him a few protections as well. Amus and Cobb gets picked up. Scorpio did say to our Ao Kuang, please man Uller, I will play AMC, and I will destroy Haas as long as it's not an Uller I'm going against. So communication is definitely key in ranked games. Please talk to your top elo, tell them what you want, don't want, and what band. It's very important, and do tell your preferred role. Luckily on my team we were able to all get our preferred roles, something you can't see too often, but it does happen, and it's very good when it does. And Geb does get picked up on the Chaos side. Geb being a great support, great peel, great initiate, great engage, great disengage also. He's just all around a great support, and he isn't as great as to get banned in the first set, maybe in the second set if they have not picked a support yet. But Geb has a great amount of mobility as well. He's able to get around the Ao Kuang, definitely why he was picked up. And we're going back to bans. We banned Serket on our side first, mainly because myself and Wacky, you'll see him right above me, changed his name to PBM, celebration of that United victory at Worlds. But we said ban Serket, we got a plan going. So he does. Thank God for communication. Am I right, guys? But they did ban Athena, Ganesha, two of my better supports. Whatever. They probably snipe me. They're like, don't want this guy to get good supports. They banned those two supports out. Those are great supports, Ganesha, Athena. They have a lot of range. Athena with her ult, and Ganesha just has a huge silence, huge amount of CC and peel. He's great in a just overall team fight comp, and soon you'll see why we asked to ban Circuit, as we also banned Rat, another huge mobility jungler, just get him out of the way. But in just a moment you will see why we asked to ban Circuit as Wacky. I'm thinking about, yep, there it goes, locks in Aphrodite. Aphrodite being able to supply a large amount of heals to our team. This is great because, as you know, AMC, not too mobile, but he can definitely shred anyone that decides to walk up to him. So what better way to supply that than to give him as much health as possible? Ao Kuang in a similar situation can find himself low in health. Aphrodite being able to just supply that up, and also being able to supply our frontliner Vamana with as much heals as possible. Despite his ult also healing, we just have a large amount of heals, and this was selected because if you look at the enemy team comp, they have 0 anti-heal. As you see myself look at Sylvanas for a second and lock in Terra. The Sylvanas thought was, well, we can get as much heals as possible, get a little CC on that, but I thought about it and I saw the Izanami Geb, and I realized, man, there's a huge amount of possibility that I can get caught out, especially with a well-timed Agni Bomb. So I decided to go for the Terra. Has a bit more mobility in exchange for a bit less heals, although her ultimate does have that global factor that is able to get where she's not able to be mobile too. Terra was an overall great pick in my opinion because it was able to provide the peel that Afro needed early, as well as the heals, because as I stated before, they have no natural anti-heal. They definitely have to build that up. That's something you really need to do. They didn't build too much, so we were able to get away with it. I provide a lot of setup and going into anything for our two carries, AMC and Ao Kuang, as the last pick for the game looks to be a Susano, mainly because of the mobility that he has, but he decides to go for the Fenrir. Lots of mobility, lots of CC. He is able to do a lot of things with a little amount of resources, just a few auto attacks, and he's able to get a huge setup. So it definitely wasn't a terrible pick. However, not too great into Afro, despite her ult, giving her CC immunity and basically an Aegis for a few seconds. And other than that, that was pretty much going over the picks and bans of one of my ranked games. Again, plat level. It not too serious. We had an Agni first pick. It's not like we're trying super hard out here. It's not like it's you either pick the top gods in your class or you're going to get outmatched completely, because believe it or not, my team did in fact win this match. Spoiler alert if you were going to go check my replays. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you maybe learned something today. And well, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.